And here's a statement from Kareem Hunt. First off, I would like to once again apologize for my actions last year. What I did was wrong and inexcusable. That is not the man I was raised to be, and I've learned a great deal from that experience and certainly should have been more truthful about it after the fact. I am committed to following the necessary steps to learn and to be a better and healthier person from this situation. I also understand the expectations that the Browns have clearly laid out and that I have to earn my way back to the NFL. For more, let's bring in NFL insider Jeff Darlington and find out exactly how comfortable are both parties with this marriage between Kareem Hunt and the Browns, Jeff.
Well, let's start with the Browns here. And John Dorsey was the general manager of the Kansas City Chiefs when the Chiefs decided to draft Kareem Hunt. So Dorsey citing his familiarity with Hunt from that process while talking about this one. Another point that I'd like to make while having some discussions with people close to the situation in the last 24 hours is the fact that Dorsey has been in touch with Kareem Hunt since basically the day he was cut by the Kansas City Chiefs. This has been something that Dorsey has been following very closely with the possibility that this could eventually happen. Now, he has pointed out, Dorsey that is, that under his own volition, Hunt has sought anger management counseling since the incident was unveiled to the public on that video. Another point, though, that we should make here is that Kareem Hunt will now be playing his NFL games 19 miles away from where he went to high school. That, in some capacity, could be considered a comfort level that makes everybody happy about this. But I was having a conversation with someone who said that there is also concern there. He's going back home. He has different circles of friends there. So that's something that while they hope is ultimately a benefit to Hunt, that he's in a comfortable place, it's also something that is a potential concern. They are hopeful, though, that Kareem Hunt will make the most of what is obviously a very special, very good second chance here.
That is our NFL insider, Jeff Darlington. Thanks for the time, Jeff.
Thank you.
All right, let's take this one to the table. And obviously there are so many different ways to react to a story of this nature, but the first is almost always emotional. What is your immediate emotion when you see the video and then you realize the circumstance? So, Maria, I will start it with you. When you heard the news yesterday, Kareem Hunt is going to get another chance in the National Football League, what was the first way it made you feel?
Initially, just disappointed, because I think that this is another example of treating domestic violence or the mistreatment of women as a character flaw that can basically be cured. I mean, we're not talking about abusing PEDs. We're not talking about drug abuse where you're only hurting yourself. We're talking about whether or not women feel protected. Think about how difficult it is for a victim to come forward and say, hey, this happened to me. There's video evidence in this situation. And still, you know, the Browns have decided that we can rehabilitate this person back. At what point is there a zero tolerance for a situation like this? At what point do you draw the line in the sand and say, this is the one thing that we will not allow in our program, in our league? I hope that there was someone on the Browns organization that said, I don't necessarily think this is a good idea. I hope there's one person. But we've seen it before. We've seen it with Joe Mixon. We've seen it with Reuben Foster. We've seen it happen with Ezekiel Elliott, where there's a situation that has arisen, and for one reason or another, the decision was made that a business decision is more important than protecting women or deciding to make a stance to make sure that everyone understands that this is absolutely unacceptable. So disappointment is what I'm going to stick with.
I'll double down. As an athlete growing up, as a kid, or when you're better than people, you have a talent, a gift, something that you do at a high level. I heard as a kid, you have to understand that you can't do things other people can because your consequences are going to be greater because of sports. You cannot do something and think that you will get the same treatment maybe as somebody else. This is another case where why is Kareem Hunt being not forgiven, but getting that second chance? When he did not understand, he could not do that stuff. Also, when it comes to athletics, you often hear if you're better than other people or you do it really good, you'll get away with more. If Kareem Hunt was an okay to below average running back, would he be back in the NFL? That's my question. And there's a stigma around athletes that is still there in regards to that, and that's not okay. And we have to get past that. And this was the NFL's chance.